Hi there guys, this is David Dettmann, and one of the things about the recording we did for the last webinar was there's a few technical issues. Fortunately I managed to get the webinar working on my player, so what I'm going to do is actually record it and hopefully the quality will be alright. I apologise about that. I know you guys have been looking for this Google Plus webinar, those people who couldn't attend it. So hopefully this recording will work well and we can get it out to you. And enjoy, guys. Hope you enjoy the webinar. Hi there everyone, this is David Dettmann for Marketing Survival Skills. For those people who don't know me, I'm based in Australia and I'm broadcasting from my farm today. So if you hear chickens in the background, I apologise about that. But anyway, the first thing you need to do is let me know whether you can, one, hear me, and two, see my screen. Put it in the questions box, or the chat box. Great. Okay, that's good. Excellent. Okay, we've got quite a few people coming on still. But this webinar is going to be a little bit different, simply because there's quite a few videos which Google has brought out about the Google Plus project. So what I'm actually going to do through this webinar is I'm not going to play them for you. I'm going to actually get you to play them. So what I'm going to do is I'll give a page which I've been working on with all Google's videos. I'll put that in the chat. So if you look at the chat box, the link should be there, and it's a link to the page you can see on my screen. One of the reasons I decided to do the webinar this way is simply there's a lot of you guys have been giving me a lot of good information, and I appreciate that for the people who've, one, shown me about the Google Plus system, and two, the people who have been sending me other webinars and information pages. I really appreciate that. But one of the reasons why I thought we'd actually sort of stick to the basis of the very beginning Google is simply because there's a bit of conflicting information which I've been getting from sort of third parties. So I thought the best way to introduce you guys to the Google Plus was simply to try and keep to the source of Google and their videos and what you can do. And the second reason is I want to keep it very simple, because if you haven't been on Google Plus, it can be very overwhelming as it's a new thing for people. So a lot of people on the webinar haven't used it. There's a lot of people here who have used it as well, which I can see in the room right now. So did everyone get that page? Just let me know. Just type a Y in the chat box. And if you didn't get it, put an N, because you will need that page open. Cool, lots of yeses. If you're new here, just feel free to interact. Don't want to leave you behind if you don't know how to do something. Okay, so first of all, what Google Plus is, it's simply Google's idea to having Facebook, Twitter, various other social media sites sort of all in one place, but with some different features, and to also really bring in the next generation of marketing online with mobile phone applications as well. Like, a lot of people, when they build a website, don't realise how many people are using mobile phones these days. So what Google is doing is they are bringing through the sort of next generation of mobile apps. For instance, this scares a few people, I know, but Google's got one application where they're going to have it where you can set the settings where you take a picture and I'll show the location you took the picture and upload it without you having to log in or anything. So it's interesting. So what I'll get you guys to do first, hi Jerry, is we'll start off, well, I'll get you to click the first video. I won't be clicking it, but what I'll do is I'll use this application I found on the toolbar, and I'll give you some time I'll give you 2 minutes to go through the first video. So if you click on the Google project, and I'll just stay quiet for 2 minutes and you guys can see the clock running. And we'll do this with each video. They're only short videos, so if you just start on that video, if there's anyone who needs the link, just put it in the question box. You don't have the link to the page I've got up, and I'll re-put it in. Okay, so I'll start the clock. You guys can have a look at the video. Okay, I'll put it in the box again for you. Okay, for those people who are watching the webinar recording, what people are doing is simply viewing the video you see on the screen on their own computer. Under this video you should see these videos if you're on the blog. If you're not on my blog, please grab the link under the video. You can also skip ahead to through each video, or you can eternally watch them on the page. Okay guys, hopefully you've finished watching the video. If you've just come in, one of the things we're going to be doing is watching videos on this page from Google directly, so you can sort of get an insight of the way Google's looking at this site as they're doing it. If you do not, if you sort of lag behind, you can always come back at these videos at any time. This page will be staying up. So don't panic if you miss any part. It's just if I do it through the webinar, that'll probably make it even a worse lag time. So, okay, so that's the introduction to Google. Now, I'll take you in the actual site. Let's pop you out. Okay, this is the Google Plus site. This is the way I see it as a member. Now, keep in mind, which you can only access this site if you get an invite. Sometimes Google does open the doorway to new people, but you just got to keep trying to get in. And then when you get an invite, most of the people I've invited are in straight away. But at times, Google may not allow people in simply because they're, just overwhelmed. So if you do get an invite, you will get in eventually. But so far, the people who I've invited and have been getting in. And at the end of the webinar, what we will do is the person who invited you here you can get back to them and they will give you an invite in. But we'll talk more about that after. And if you're in marketing survival skills and you're not on this site yet, you can get with me after the webinar and I'll send you an invite so you can invite your guests. Okay, so this is what the site pretty much looks like. You got your stream. Nelson and I have been sort of testing out between one another. As you can see, I've been adding photos. I even put this page up. I added videos. But one of the things which Google has done is started a thing called circles. Now, a lot of people complain about Facebook, simply that, they like using their Facebook for personal and they like using their Facebook for business, and they have different businesses. One of the things which you can do with this site is you can separate the lot and separate what content you're going to send to people. So you can send content to family or friends. You can have multiple circles. You can have people in different circles. So say you've got a friend, or say you've got a family member, let's use that example, which is also an online business, and you want to sort of send them your stuff, but also you want to send them your baby photos as well. You can you don't have to sort of conflict. You can have them receiving your baby photos and you can have them receiving your business stuff on a particular business. So I think that's one of the things which is really exciting people about this site. And keep in mind, it's only just getting going. Like, it's not open officially to the public yet. Nelson says hello to everyone. You can see that's how instantaneous the stream is. And then you've got your photo section. These are just the main links. Okay, these are people who are in my circle with marketing survival skills. Then you got your profile. And we will go through this in more detail. And then you've got your circles. Okay, now I only joined this site I think it was Friday's webinar, last Tuesday's webinar, something like that. So I haven't really added too many people. I've just been adding people in the team who have requested it through the Skype. So this is what a circle looks like. Now the people who don't have a photo up yet, they're being invited. See how it says sharing via email only. And what's really cool is even if these people don't get in or don't join you right away because they've been busy doing something else, when you do post to the particular circle, it will send them an email. Well, it's funny mention. Jerry's just saying one of the links I sent them had sent him had a bunch of pictures in it. And the reason that was, Jerry, you're sort of getting the feed from the MSS team. But you should have got an email originally with an invite. I can do it again later anyway. Okay, cool. Okay, so what we'll do is I'll go back this page just to give you a very quick rundown. So what we'll do is there's a couple of videos on circles. So I'll get you guys to watch this one. All right, for those people who have come in, I'll put that back in the chat. You don't have the page up to get this page. You click on this video, and I'll just stay quiet, and I'll get the counter going again. So this video. Once again, if you're watching the recording of this webinar, you can go to the page blog and watch these videos either while you're watching this one or after the webinar. This video is on the page if you want to watch it on the page and sort of pause it. Up to you. Okay, did everyone get to see that video? I hope you guys like doing it this way. It's a bit different. I feel which it's better which you sort of get what I found from Google instead of getting third-handed information. Okay, so there's another one about exploring the circle, so we might do that one as well. Yeah, you can do that, Nelson. So if you click on that video and watch it, and I'll reset the clock. How long is this one? Just over a minute. If you've got a slow computer, guys, and you can't do this, you can always come back and have a look after the webinar of this page, so don't panic. But it's good if you can do it while we're on the webinar. So I'll start the clock, and we're doing it on exploring the circles. Just to let you guys know, too, as this webinar has been recorded, the Google Plus is now on the toolbar with all the links through to Google Plus. If you don't see the links, go to the social network toolbar icon and click it down and hit refresh. It should refresh for you each time you open your browser. Just a little tip while we're waiting. so those two videos on the circles. Has anyone got any questions? And I can attempt to answer them. But one of the things you can do, for instance, I'll just do a demonstration now. So I've got the marketing survival skills circle, okay? Now I should have more circles, but like I say, I've only just started with the site. So if I go to my stream, which is the home page, that's good, Jerry. Okay, Nelson's just sent through a photo. He's saying he's sent one. Okay, one of the things is, see this limited button? Now, Nelson, did you decide to send this to the MSS circle or just directly to me? Okay, to me. Now, if I want to just say, for instance, hi guys, hey, oh, enjoying the web, no, I know I spelled that wrong. It's probably 2 words, isn't it? Yeah. All right, now I can choose who I send this to. Okay. So it's folded to the MSS team. But if I want to add more, I could send this to anyone in circles. So say I had a circle for the toolbar, for instance. I could send it just to the people on the toolbar, or I could send it to everyone. Like, you can send it to any circle. The other thing you can do is, we were talking about people who you invite, you can send it to those people as well, or you can say, no, we're not using it yet. So I can just share that. Simply, I can Google One it as well. Google One's going to be one of the key things, like a like button. For instance, I will show you my likes so you guys can get an idea of what's happening with Google One. A lot of people get Google One and this site confused, but for instance, this is my stream from Google One. Now these are ones I put in before I was even on the Plus site. Okay, so pretty much Google One will be like the Facebook like. Okay, you can see I've got Google One on this page. Actually, I don't think I've got it on this page. Anyway, it's on my blog somewhere. Might be down the bottom on this one, I think. Anyway, it's usually on the pages. So I'm flashing the page up and down. Okay, so that's pretty much the circles. It's going to give you a lot of power. To what you want to share. Now, just another quick note. I would highly recommend that you do not market on Google Plus or send out spammy type of messages to people. Use it as a site where you make new relationships. And at the moment, it's a really good site to connect some of the leaders in marketing online. So use it that way. We will go into more detail after, but one of the things which Google is looking at is they are going to have business profiles. We're unclear about exactly what they're doing with that. I think that's sort of where they're at the moment, working on that. They've been doing a trial on business profiles. So, but what Google has said in a video, and you'll be able to watch this video, is, you know, if you're a business, sort of keep it as a representative of your company or whatever. I mean, just use this site to build relationships, because there's a lot of people here on using it for business. They're just not selling it in a spammy sort of way. So the beauty is you'll be able to use this site for family and business. Okay, so Sparks is the next part of Google Plus. Now, I'll get you guys to watch this video on Sparks, and then we'll go in, and there's a couple of videos we'll do. Then we'll go in and look at Sparks directly. So I'll paste the link for people who have come into the webinar again. Just go to the link I put in the chat box if you don't already have it, and you can watch this video on Sparks. I'll bring my counter out again, reset, and I'll see you in a minute. Hopefully everyone got through that video. If you didn't, don't worry, you can come back and watch them later. You'll probably want to come back and watch them later to sort of fully get the understanding of the site. But I think I've done more research in this webinar than I think all the webinars put together. So now there's another video here on Sparks, so I'll get you guys to watch that one as well. Marcus is asking, is circles a bit like Facebook groups? In a way, Marcus, it is. It's a little bit different. I mean, it's a group of people, to define the term, who have the same interests. But it's not like groups where you've got all those extra features where you've got photos and video files and that. But, I mean, it pretty much is. I know it's a bit of a confusing answer, but it's a more direct sort of thing where you can share content between the people in the groups of your circle. I just look at it this way. You know, if you're in a bar and you've got a group of people who are talking about football, and you've got a group of people talking about cricket at the next table, and you might like and cricket, so you might go between the tables having conversation. It's a little bit like that, I suppose. So, okay, guys, watch this. It's 4 Sparks video. I'll start the counter again. Just another reminder for those people watching the recording of the webinar, don't forget to bookmark this page with all the videos on it, because as the videos grow from Google, I will be adding more videos, and I'll also be adding a playlist from the bonus tips, which will have third-party videos, so you can sort of check back at this page at any time. That'll be pretty cool. And yes, this page is in the toolbar under the Google Plus sign at the moment. That helps. Okay, guys. What I'll do is go into the Sparks now, and I'll just show you around there. Holly, what I've been doing is, the reason you couldn't hear me is people have been watching the videos as I go. Simply because it's easier to do it that way than do it through the webinar where the sound might go all funny and lag. So anyway, you can come back and watch these videos at any time. As long as Google has them up on YouTube, I'll be keeping them up. The other thing too, I will be putting a whole lot of playlists together about this site and third-party opinions of other people through the bonus tips on the toolbar. So on this YouTube icon, there will be some there now, I think. But I'll be keeping everyone up to date with videos. Okay, so we're doing Sparks. Okay, so Sparks usually found. Let's go back to home. And just let you guys know too, with the toolbar, excuse me, this will have all the links on it. At the moment it doesn't. Alright. It does. So I just put it up there very quickly. You'll have all the links on the toolbar, and I'll let that's what I was talking about. It does actually have the links on there now, and as links are needed, I will be adding them. So make sure you download the socialnetworktoolbar.com, and we'll keep you up to date with what's going on. Back to the webinar. People know how they can get the toolbar at the end. I'll give you the link. But for those people watching the recording, once again, the link to the toolbar is on the bottom of the page, which we've been reviewing on my blog. You'll see a flashing symbol, and it's also on the right hand side at the top as well. If you press either of those two icons on the page, you will instantly get the download on whatever browser you're on. Okay, so Sparks. Pretty much you can put in an interest group and get news on it. Now these are just default Sparks. So, but you can put in, for instance, let's put in MLM, multi-level marketing. There's a lot of people here are in multi-level marketing. Okay, so you're getting feeds about multi-level marketing from outside. I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, which a lot of this is coming from Google searches. So I haven't delved into Sparks too much, but and you can add that interest. Okay, so now over here I've got that interest. So let's go back to Sparks. So like sports cars. Okay, this is just the default one. It brings up about sports cars and various blogs. So this one's coming from Blogspot. It's coming from a blog. So I can just add that interest as well. So I mean, you can add business interests, you can add just general interests. Marcus, I will cover chat. We've actually got a pretty cool feature that only sort of gets better as we go. Like I say, there's a lot to take in, and this webinar has been recorded too, so hopefully it'll work out. Okay, so pretty much you can have a news feed of your interests where you get news, and you can define it, you can delete them at any time. So it's pretty, I suppose Sparks in a way is a little bit like a Facebook wall, but it's more, you know, direct interests, and Google is choosing the best content for you, so the people just pushing out whatever they want. Okay, so that is Sparks. Okay, now Hangouts. Watch this video on Hangouts. It's actually 2 videos, so we'll do the 2 videos, and then what I'm going to do is, and I've never done this before, we're actually going to do a Hangout for the people who are on Google Plus. So guys, if you're in the marketing survival skills circle and you've got a camera, or you just want to text, or you've got a mic, you can come along and join that. And the thing is, showing it live on the screen for those people who aren't in there. We're just going to do a demonstration. So for people who have come in, like Holly, I'll give out the link again, and you can go to this page and watch this video. So I'll start the counter up and watch this video, and then I'll get back to you. The link I'm referring to in the webinar for people watching the recording is the blog page with all the videos on it. Okay, so that's the first video on Sparks. It's pretty cool. One of the things you got to remember about what's going on with this site, as you may see, I mean, this is only the start of it. But pretty much, I mean, this is a little bit like using Skype and doing Skype video calls. You can see the consistency of various different huge playing sites. Little things taken out of the best little things taken out of these sites. So it's really sort of interesting the way which Google's looked at all these top sites and is seeing where the faults have been in the past, and where people really, you know, what people are using on all these different social media sites, and they're pulling all those things together and building their own platform. So I think it's really exciting. When you start using this site, you get a bit of a buzz about it. Okay, so this is the next video. So if you start watching that video, like I say, if you guys don't see these videos or you're not keeping up, you can always just watch this later. So what we're going to do, and this is a first for me, and I'm sure it's a first for most of you, is we're going to attempt to... Now, if this system works very well, and I'm sure it will be in Google, I think it's something I will use personally just to talk to you guys, do sort of mini, not webinars, but do questions and answers at any time. So I think it's going to be something which people use quite a lot. Okay, so let's go back to home. I can find links quicker that way. Okay, so I'm going to start a Hangout. Now, hopefully this will work with a webinar. I've seen someone else do it with a webinar. But we're breaking new ground, so just waiting for the page. Okay, now it's asking me to install a Google plugin. Let's see whether it's going to take too long. You guys may need to do this too, so we'll just see how we go with it. Yes, in the Hangout we can chat in voice. I believe, look, I've heard different stories from different people. Like you would have seen in those videos, it's Google saying up to 10 people can do a Hangout. Other people, I've got conflicting information from watching other people's webinars and that. But Google's saying which it's 10, up to 10 people. We'll just, if this takes too long, we might sort of move forward. Like I say, this is the first time I've ever even opened it. I probably should have done it before. So, what might be a good idea is we might, while that's working, we might just skip ahead. You guys can, this is more about mobile, so I'm not going to really cover too much detail about this, but this video, why I'm downloading that, about how you can instant upload. Now, just to let people know, this application is not available on all mobiles. It's coming out to iPhone soon. And, what you got to keep in mind, which this is a beta project or a beta project, whatever you call it. Okay, so watch this video, and I'll put the link back in the chat room. Stop. Reset. Okay, watch this video. It's only 43 seconds. Okay, guys, you would have watched that video. This is the live hangout. Just let me know if there's any problems, if you can't hear me or screen's not too good. If you're on Google Plus now and you're part of the Marketing Survival Skills team, you should be able to, you should have got an invite somewhere. I know what I did then. Is I okay. Like I say, this is the first time I've ever used it. I know Nelson was real keen to get me to try it last night. I don't know why I've got nothing coming up. Just go back to the chat here. Get somewhere. No, didn't like that. Okay, do you guys see me in the hangout who are in there? Because right now I'm not seeing anything. And nor is the room. Settings. Okay, I don't know whether my cam settings are right. I've just got to find the chat somewhere on this machine. Questions, there we go. Okay, it takes forever to load. It could be because I'm on the webinar too. Do you guys in the chat hangout see my video at all? I know it was up before. And does anyone in, okay, Nelson does, who's on the webinar seeing my video? So I'm seeing nothing. Okay, no from Steve. From what I've heard, now I'll go back to it. I'll try again. There has been a few bugs with this, so as far as it loading and that. Because it suddenly said I didn't have the plugins. So I think that's what happened. Anyway, we'll try it again. Just say everyone in the circles. All my feral hair. Okay. Looks like it might be working now. And I'm the only one here. Yes, that's right. You need to install the plugin when you bring up the window. So you got guys who are on Plus, are you getting it now? As far as, did you get another invite? The other cool thing you can do in this as well, you can share YouTube videos in here. So, yeah, like if everyone had been, we've got more people can go on a hangout. But if we had a small group and I wanted to like get you guys motivated, I could share you some motivational videos. Okay, so and you can text chat too, so I can just say hi, even though no one's in here. You can invite people. Okay. I say YouTube. Pushing all these buttons probably isn't a good thing, but anyway. So I mean, it's got a lot of potential. I really don't want to start a YouTube video while we're on the webinar. So you can mute your mic. You don't have to have video. Pretty much, it's a cross-platform. Okay, guys, I'm going to shut it down. Okay, but you can see Harvey's like, I might join. Okay, I'll join you guys here. I'll do it again. For those people who are on the webinar, I mean, this is fairly new. We just want to sort of give you a demonstration. Okay, so I'm joining the Hangout. Okay, it's just loading now. Hi guys. Okay, one of the reasons I stopped it was because I'm doing the webinar, I'm getting a back feed. So it's sort of linking around. So unfortunately, we'll look into it more down the track. But what you got to understand is what I'm doing, I'm trying to speak to the webinar on GoToMeeting. I'm also trying to speak to the chat room. And you can see that loop was going around. So thanks for doing that with me, you guys. Like I say, we'll be doing a lot more in the future. All right, so that is the Hangout. Like I say, I mean, that was, it's a good way to connect with people. Okay, so we've covered the Hangout. Okay, now the huddle is pretty much, I haven't looked a great deal into the huddle, but it's a bit like Twitter. So you guys can watch this video on the huddle. We're nearly done, guys. We've got a few more things to do, but so I'll start the clock again, and I'll put the link in for new people who can view this page. Okay, guys. That's all right, Judy. We're actually going to give you an invite. So don't worry about that. Yes, it's only a field test, but it will be available very soon. And people are doing business on it now. That's the thing. So people who attend this webinar and get back to the right people will be getting an invite through Marketing Survival Skills. We've got about, I don't know, 15 people in there at the moment who've managed to get in the last week. Okay, but that's the huddle. I'm not going to go into the huddle too much. Now, there's a settings video and there's a mobile video, which you guys can have a look at later on. We're not going to cover those today. To water. Pretty much, I'll just sum it up. You get Google on your mobile phone shortly. I'm just trying.
I just thought I'd pause the recording there, guys. From what I understand, it is currently out on iPhone 4. So if you have an iPhone 4, you may search their iPhone apps. It's pretty much going to be available on every platform. But in this video, I believe it shows another platform. Off the top of my head, I can't remember which one it is. I think it's Android, but don't quote me on that. So maybe Android and maybe iPhone, but probably by the time you guys watch this video, it'll be available on everything. It's Google's really doing a big push. Anyway, I'll let you guys get back to the webinar. I just thought I'd add that into the recording. It's something I found out after the recording.
It is on one platform. I'm just trying to think which one it is.
Great minds think alike. I believe that platform was Android.
I just got a frog in my throat at the moment. So we'll go for the settings and that. This is another video which is worth watching. You can do this after the webinar. I'd like to thank you guys who shared all this content with me too. But this video is about Google's interest in the business side and listening to what we want as people in business. So this one's definitely worth watching. Okay, so we'll go back to the page. Right, so what we've covered so far is we've covered Hangouts, we've covered, there is the chat as well. We've had a quick look at the site. We've covered circles. We've covered Sparks. And we've covered a little bit about uploading. Now there's a lot of settings as well on here. Yeah, like for instance, if you go to my profile, okay, this is my profile. Now if I go to edit profile, now I haven't really finished my profile yet, but you can put all your links. You know, unlike Facebook, you can just put any link you want here and multiple ones. Like I haven't even put all mine there. I've just put the main ones like my Facebook profile, YouTube, Squidoo, Twitter, my blog, the social network toolbar. But one of the really cool things you can actually do is this information, you can actually choose who gets it. Say I want to put my home phone number here. Now most of us wouldn't do that, but I can choose, like I've chose to put Skype, okay? So you can have all these different Yahoo, NetMeeting, MSN, you can add all these details, but one of the things you can choose is which circle gets it, whether it's available over the web, whether it's in extended circles. So with all this content here, is which circle gets it, whether it's available over the web, whether it's in extended circles. So with all this content here, right, if you only want your friends to know your nickname, or you've got a close group of mates who call you a certain name, you can have that where they can only see that on your profile. You can turn off, if you're just using this for personal use and you didn't want it, you can turn off whether people can search your name. Okay, so if you put in, for instance, my name, it'll search for me. Right, there I am there. Okay, so you can search people on here as well. So it's pretty cool. Now what I will do is answer some questions. There's a lot I haven't covered, but I've covered the basics. And we'll go from there. Now, just put in your questions in the chat box, and I will end now. Like I say, there's a lot of things I didn't cover. How did I get the page that I have now? Oh, you mean the profile page? What I did was I pressed edit when I went onto my profile. Is that what you're asking, Nelson? So I went to profile. Okay, up here. Then I went to edit profile. And it's the about. Okay, and then you got photos. You can choose which people get photos in your circle too. Adding photos is really easy. Like, you can actually open a file and just drag the photo in. So upload 20 photos, like I did photos the other day. And to upload 20, it was just bang. I was just dragging. So someone made a comment to me about, on another side I've got to add photos and put everything in, but geez, it was quick. And I said to them, well, it's pretty easy, it's pretty fast. So here's my photos. Like I think they're screenshots. 17 I put in the other day, and it took me very little. I mean, look how you can just bring them up. If I add another photo, okay, I'm going to open file. I'll go to downloads. I think most of the photos I've got are in downloads. But for instance, if I want to add this photo, let's drag it, done. this photo, drag it, done. Oh, no, what I did there, but anyway. You do just drag them in. I didn't drag it in the right spot, I think. Anyway, well, I'll cover that in another webinar. Now, the other thing you'll see with Google is this bar coming up. You'll see it on a lot of Google sites. And if you're in Plus, like if you're in your Gmail, your profile come up. It will look just like this. Google is slowly sort of adding it to their sites. So they want you to have a whole Google experience. Okay, so let's go back to the questions. I see you added video too. Yes, I did. And I'll tell you what, I added quite a few videos. I had one which played up, and they still went up really quick, like better than the YouTube. I mean, YouTube is Google. So, and you can also share Google, YouTube videos as well. You don't have to grab them off your computer. Okay, so he's asking, is there a Google link in the toolbar? There is and there isn't. I'll be working on it today, getting all the links up. I think I pressed this before, it just went to our other site. So,
Okay, guys, for you watching the recording, yes, this link is working with all the different Google links you need, like circles, pretty much everything. So your profile, even inviting friends. So I'll let you get back to the webinar.
It will be there shortly with all the different areas. My voice is muffled. Okay, I don't know why that's happening. Okay, so that is the Google project. Now what I'm going to do is, we're part of Marketing Survival Skills. I teach Marketing Survival Skills, and I'm the founder of the social network toolbar, which I'll give out that link to people. But someone probably invited you here if you're a guest. And we have a marketing system which right now is 100% free. Reasons why it's free is totally upgrading the system. So now is the time to get into the marketing system, why it is free. This offer could shut at any time. I don't have any control about it. But what you get with Marketing Survival Skills is we usually charge $10 a month, and you get unlimited disk space and bandwidth with a C panel. Now that means that you can have multiple websites or WordPress sites with Marketing Survival Skills, and all you're going to pay is $10 a month. For people who join the business, say you join today for free, and when we start charging again, you have a friend who's in the business, you get $5 a month for that person, and you're going to invite as many people as you like. But that's only just to help people out with costs. We also have Skype mastermind groups, which are 24/7. As you know, I'm in Australia right now. We've got people from all over the world who can help you. So it is actually 24 hours a day where someone can get back to you, because we're all on different time zones. We have step-by-step videos. I'll just show you guys through the toolbar. This is Marketing Survival Skills as it stands right now. We have phase training. All right. Even though we're upgrading, all this is still available. We have a webinar archive from last year, which is sort of huge. We have this year's, sort of had to break it down this year. Okay. So you can watch all hours and hours of videos step by step with Marketing Survival Skills. We also have a master series which you can hand out to people as part of the opt-in form for you to build your business, which is pretty cool. And we also have live trainings. This is actually usually a private members-only webinar I do on Tuesdays. We also have a Thursday one. But once a week, we try to have one public webinar, and we can have up to 3 other private webinars for just members where you actually see us working and you can ask questions. We cover topics, sort of whatever members need at the time. So it's a bit like a classroom. We also have these catch-up pages which you can use. With the new system, there'll be a lot more features you can do with these. And we also, with the Social Master Series, we have this pre-written autoresponder system which you can use on your email system, such as Traffic Wave or Aweber or GetResponse, where you can integrate it. Like I say, it's all $10, but right now it's just free to create an account. What you need to do, if you're a person who's here for the first time, like to try out marketing survival skills, is grab the person's username, see how it's named here. You'll have to get back to them, and someone invited you either through Facebook or through a video or through their blog or their email list. Just get back to that person, ask them for their username, because what will happen then is if you guys want to get into the Google Plus, what you're going to need to do is they will give you an invite through to Google Plus. Okay? Now it's up to them whether they want to give you that invite, whether you join or not. So I'm leaving that open. If I invited you to this webinar, you can just get back to me however I invited you. Or anyone who's unsure and can't remember or whatever, you can Skype me on dcompanyau and I'll try and find the person who invited you. For the members who are not in Google Plus at the moment, all you need to do is side Skype me, and I will send you an invite. And if you know someone else in the team who's in there, you can get an invite from them as well. So is there any final questions, as we're 11 minutes sort of over today or tonight for you guys? Just trying to bring this box up properly. Okay, we don't have the toolbar. Thank you for reminding me. I will give you the link to the toolbar. This is the toolbar here. This is the social network toolbar, which I run in combination with Marketing Survival Skills as a partnership. But you don't have to be in Marketing Survival Skills to use this toolbar. It's got a lot of cool features. I do a lot of training as well for the toolbar. This is some of my trainings. Okay. But we have a lot of the free tools you can use, like getting a free domain, shortening URLs, social site building sites. As people recommend things, we add them to the toolbar. We've got all the social networks. If we don't have it there and you want it there, we put them there. But we've even got subcategories. And we have thousands of applications you can actually add. This stopwatch, find it on my screen. Just to let you know, I mean, this is a very boring application, but I just went to our site and got asked for a stopwatch, and I got it straight away on the toolbar. But there's all sorts of applications. But we have Facebook integration, as you can see. I'm live on Facebook right now. You can have you can Facebook chat. You can like any page. So I can just go and like my page. It will have the Google system on it. It's got Twitter on it. Okay, so I know whether I'm logged in or not. But pretty much you can interact with this toolbar. Okay. And we're adding new things to it all the time, like classifieds, email services, got a whole lot of motivation videos sort of picked up. So there's just a whole heap of things. People use this toolbar, sort of never go back. You can actually voice your wall on Facebook via this toolbar. It's just so many things. Okay, but I'll give you the link. It is the social network toolbar.com, but it defaults to another link at the moment. This is where you can download it. And there's also a link on the page we are viewing. So I'll just give you guys a link to the toolbar. Try it out. It's available through Chrome on a limited capacity, as it's still being tested with Chrome, Google's site, but it is available through Explorer and Firefox. We recommend using Firefox. Everything works with Firefox with it, and I think it's also available on Safari as well for Apple users. So that is the toolbar, which I've just put in the chat for you guys. Like I say, you don't have to be a member to use that toolbar. And we will be adding MLM back offices soon too, so you'll be able to log into your back office for your business. That'll be pretty cool. So is there any other further questions? So too, guys, it's just one of the things about working from home. I work from my farm in Australia, so most people actually like them. It's kind of crazy. I think I'm going to have to do a fan page for them or something on Facebook. Steve loves them. I think it's come for the people who do my trainings regularly. I think they look forward to them. Okay, so I'm just opening the box up again. Okay, so we've covered those. Okay, how many domains can you have hosted? With the marketing survival skills, just keep in mind it's the same. We're not selling it as a hosting package. It's more a training site. But as for the question, how many domains can you can have multiple domains and multiple sites. Just trying to save our members money on sites. And one of the things I do is I'm going to be creating a whole lot of mini sites through WordPress using that hosting, just because it's the easiest way to do it. Okay, again, I love the chickens, I love the roosters. So the roosters is really funny. I won't read the rest of that one, Mike. Nelson, we don't sell domains. What you do is you go to GoDaddy or Namecheap and buy domains, and then you transfer the domain, what is it? The domain address pretty much over. Like you set domain to a default page. There is training on that, but I'll be doing training as well as I build some sites for it.
Just to add on to that, pretty much what you do is you go to whatever site you buy the domain from, and you point your name servers to the blog or the website you're building through Marketing Survival Skills hosting. Just thought I'd add that in, guys. Back to the webinar again.
Yeah, at the moment, you just have your domains wherever they are, and you just point them to whichever blog you've got. So, yeah, you buy the domains elsewhere, and you can just have the hosting. All right, that seems like we've covered everything. Once again, I really hope you guys enjoy the Google Plus. Get back to the person who invited you and get a link. And for members who aren't on Google Plus, Skype me and I will send you an invite now.
Excuse me.
And we'll try and get everyone in to Google Plus. I think it's going to be the future of social networking as far as business goes. So it's only a trial site now. If you try and get into it on your own, you might get in, but you really need an invite to get in, and we can give you that invite. So I think you'll find once it's launched, and then probably a year after it's launched, you see every business has got Facebook on it. I think you'll be seeing Google Plus right up there with it, and I think it will take over. Okay, might say I'm in Google Plus since last night with no invite. Yeah, it does happen. They do open the door. People, I got in. I was doing a webinar last week. Even though people was doing the webinar, I got straight in. So it does happen. If you don't need a Google mail account too. That's a bit of a myth. Just to let you guys know, I don't use Google Gmail, just simply because I use my own email service, and I got in without having a Google email. All you need is a Google account, whether it's through YouTube, whether it's through any form of Google site, whether you're with AdSense, you just need to have a Google account. So, okay guys, I'll see you on the next webinar, and if you have any questions, just Skype me on D Company AU. Thanks again, guys.
Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed the recording. I hope the sound was alright. Unfortunately, the way I had to record it was pretty technical. Doing a screenshot of, software where we had to turn around and use Media Player. But once again, I hope this has been of value for you. Just to let you know, I will be doing more trainings. I'm already planning a part 2 for next week. So make sure you stay focused on what I broadcast out through the various social media sites, or directly contact me via D Company AU. It's the letter D in the word Company AU on Skype, and I can let you know the various webinars. But make sure you get back to the person who originally invited you to the webinar if you're watching this recording and they've sent it to you, because it's very important we hook you up with the right people. So once again, I'd like to thank you for watching this recording, and if you have any questions, I'm always available. And thank you for watching Marketing Survival Skills webinar on Google Plus project. You'll find which Google Plus is going to rival Facebook something chronic. So make sure you get an invite on there by whoever invited you. Okay, thank you again.